Bunnie XO just said something on her podcast that stopped the entire internet. This woman stood by Jelly Roll through addiction, through debt, through every dark moment before the fame. 10 years. And now, at 46, freshly separated, she just compared her own marriage to a prison sentence, live on air. And the punchline she delivered after that, nobody was ready for it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, this whole divorce looks completely different. Quick recap. Jelly Roll filed for divorce May 18th in Tennessee. World found out June 15th. Since then, this story has not stopped moving. Jelly broke his silence mid-concert, told the arena nobody cheated, she is his best friend, she will probably be the only woman he ever loves the way he loved her. Then plugged her podcast and said every word of it is the truth. Bunnie went on Dumb Blonde and delivered. The argument that ended the marriage happened on Mother's Day. She was so fed up, she told him to file the divorce papers. And he did. She also revealed their one unbreakable rule was never about monogamy. It was about honesty. Do not lie to me. Do not let me be the last to know.
Jay and I have never been really good at having disagreements. So we were the type of couple who never argued, so he would be holding things in, I would be holding things in. And that's a recipe for disaster. And we always preach, you got to be comfortable having the uncomfortable conversations. And we did that for 8 years in. And then the past, year and a half, we kind of got away from that because we're in a different life right now. And so on Mother's Day, we had a little bit of an argument, which I don't think the details are necessary. And in that argument, I was so fed up and so tired that I just looked at him and I said, well, then file the fucking divorce papers. And in our relationship, that is the one cardinal thing that you don't say, even though my husband has said it numerous times because he's the runner. But when I say it, it really holds weight because I'm not the type of person who says what I don't mean. And I ended up leaving. I packed a bag and I left. There's a couple other things that happened that, if I ever do write a book, I'll talk about it. But I just don't think it's imperative to the situation right now. So I packed a bag and I left, and I didn't talk to my husband for, weeks after that. And during that, he was so mad and we were so emotional that he ended up doing exactly what I told him to do and filing the divorce papers.
Then People magazine got sources close to Jelly to speak. He will always love her, but that does not mean he wants to stay married. For the first time in his life, he feels healthy, focused, and in control of his future. Keep that line in your head. We are coming back to it. June 25th, 10 days since the divorce went public. Bunnie is back on Dumb Blonde, and bro, the energy has completely shifted. She is reading DMs out loud from men sliding into her inbox since the news broke. And she is not sad. She is not broken. She is won. One message is from a guy getting out of prison after a 10-year sentence who wants to take her out. Her response is that she does not mind he is in prison. Her issue is him saying he wants to have a time with her, which she reads as him expecting something on the first date. Her co-host jumps in and says after 10 years inside, he probably needs it. And here is where it gets crazy. Bunnie looks at the studio and says, same. I just got out of a 10-year bid too, bitches. What are we talking about? The studio loses it. She immediately says she is joking, but the line is already out there. No cap, that one line became the most viral moment of this entire divorce saga. Because what Bunnie just did was take the most painful chapter of her life and flip it into a punchline with perfect timing. But think about what that line actually says without technically saying anything. 10 years with this man, and she just compared it to a prison sentence on a public platform in front of millions of people. The comments have been wild. Half the internet is living for unbothered Bunnie. The other half keeps pointing back to those TikTok reposts from right after the news broke. The ones about being dragged through hell. The ones about not wanting any association with someone anymore.
He thinks he can do better than her now. That's what this entire thing is all about. You lose a little bit of weight, you get red-pilled into believing that you can do better than your wife of 10 years who was with you through literal thick and thin, who was there to build your entire career and life, and you lose a little bit of weight. And now he's saying that it's his religious differences. There are articles that are coming out now saying that his dedication to religion doesn't vibe with her racy past, as if he didn't know about it 10 years ago when they met, or 11 years ago when they started dating. Sir, you have a forehead tattoo. Okay, you have a full back of hand tattoo. He's looking for a trad wife, though. I mark my words on this. He's trying to go for a trad wife because that is the direction here. And the fact that he's citing religion and all these things that are getting leaked out to page 6 or whatever, like, absolutely spare me. A tattooed eyebrow is just like not giving. It's not giving that. You know what I mean? This is so ick. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm sad. Like, I can't wait to see what happens. I hope Bunnie tells us everything.
Jelly said nobody cheated. Bunnie said the rule was never about cheating. It was about honesty. And now she is comparing the marriage to doing a bid. Here is the detail that reframes everything. The People sources said Jelly is in a very different place than when they met. Healthy, focused, in control of his future for the first time ever. When they met in 2015, both were in crisis. She believed in him when almost nobody else did, supported him through debt, legal trouble, years of grinding before the fame arrived. And by every account, she played a massive role in who he became. And now he is healthy, Grammy-winning, selling out arenas, feeling things he has never felt before. Here is the question nobody is asking loudly enough. What happens when the person who helped you survive becomes a reminder of who you used to be? What happens when the relationship that carried you through the darkest years does not fit the life you built on the other side of them? Bunnie did not just lose a husband. She lost the role she had played in his life for a decade. And now, at 46, she is figuring out who she is without it. That prison joke lands completely differently when you see it that way. No cap, this is one of the most layered divorce stories I have covered. On one side, Jelly Roll, sober, healthy, in control, quietly stepping away from the relationship that helped build him. On the other, Bunnie XO, a decade invested, her own platform, going on her podcast and making the world laugh while the internet tries to figure out what she actually feels underneath it. Neither one is the villain. That is what makes it hard to watch. He told an arena she will probably be the only woman he ever loves the way he loved her. She called the marriage a 10-year prison sentence and laughed about it. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Two people who met in crisis, held each other through the worst of it, and arrived somewhere where one of them had changed so much, the relationship could not hold the new version of him.
Okay, so some fans think they figured out the reason for Jelly Roll and Bunnie XO split, and they think it's fake. They think that either a big scandal is going to break soon, so they're separating before the storm hits. This is from Reddit. It's a stunt for them to find each other again and get remarried or some shit. I have a friend who works for them, and they've all said about both Bunnie and Jason is they are so in love and what she looks up to in a relationship, where they've been and where they are. The other rumor going around is you said you could sell stadiums, baby. So I think this is a stunt to get them talked about and make those tickets and book sales. These two will do anything to make a dollar, and I think it's for publicity. I fear this is a PR stunt. Well, I don't think it's a PR stunt. I really don't. Bunnie did a great job selling books without this. Now, Jelly Roll is selling tons of concert tickets. I would buy them if he was coming close. So I don't really know. But what do you guys think? Do you think that it's a PR stunt? Do you think that there's something behind that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Drop in the comments whether you think Bunnie is actually unbothered or just performing it. I am reading everything. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.